And hi everybody, welcome to Star News right now. Welcome to Thursday. I'm Mark Childry, glad to have you here and hope you've all had a fantastic day so far. Not a bad day weather-wise. Right now 82 degrees at our studios in downtown Reidsville, North Carolina. The weekend is almost here and Matt Smith will be up with a look at our forecast coming up in just a few moments. That includes what's going to happen on Friday and for the weekend coming up. At one point it looked like it could be a rainy weekend. Is that still in the picture? We'll find out in just a few minutes. Just a reminder, coming up tonight at 7 o'clock on Star News Reidsville, Misunderstanding Millennials, a new show, a live show tonight with Chance Ramsdale and Jonathan Mills. And what will they talk about? Will they take phone calls? Will they be reading your emails? Well, all of that's coming up at 7 o'clock on WGSR TV in Reidsville. Before Matt takes a look at our forecast, let's take a look at some news from across the region. And we start out in Eden, North Carolina. This news story just came to us from Sergeant Brian Disher with the Eden Police Department. We're talking about the arrest of an 18-year-old and several others, including an Eden business store owner, and that's after an accident that happened on Tuesday night. Now, according to Sergeant Brian Disher, he says that this case began on Tuesday night at around 11:20 p.m., and that's when the Eden Police Department responded to the area of Southwood Drive and Dogwood Drive because of a motor vehicle accident. Once Eden police officers arrived on the scene, they located a black Ford Explorer which had struck a tree. According to the police department, an individual on the scene provided information about the driver of that black Ford Explorer, and that information was relayed to police officers saying that the individual had fled. Well, the driver has been identified as the young man that you see there on your screen, 18-year-old Brandon Thomason Fleming of 166 Beech Tree Court in Eden, North Carolina, who was located by Eden police officers in the area and was subsequently arrested. According to Sergeant Disher, Brandon Thomas Fleming was charged with felony hit and run, driving while impaired, driving after consuming, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. During the investigation, passengers of the vehicle were identified, and the Eden Police Department has identified them as Cameron Bailey Brewer, Jacob Ali Muman, 17 years old, and a 15-year-old juvenile who will not be named because of age. Cameron Bailey Brewer, 16 years of age, of Reidsville, was charged with consuming alcohol underage, and 17-year-old Jacob Ali Mamoon of Eden was charged with consuming alcohol underage. Now, the investigation didn't stop there. According to Sergeant Disher, he says after further investigation by officers and the Eden Police Department Detective Division, information was gathered to show that the alcohol had been purchased at a business in the city of Eden, Fiddlesticks, located at 700 South Van Buren Road. The sale of the alcohol led to the arrest of the store owner, Ramaya Kumariswaram of High Point, North Carolina, 3705 Cottesmore Drive in High Point, North Carolina. Let me try to give you that name again. I apologize. Ramaya Kumariswaram of High Point, North Carolina. This information just becoming available to us here at Star News, and the alcohol again apparently purchased at Fiddlesticks, located at 700 South Van Buren Road in Eden, North Carolina. Now, that's the information we have as of right now. If anything should change, if additional charges are filed, we will of course let you know more about it. So stay tuned to all of your Star News stations, including Star News Reidsville, Star News Martinsville, and Star News Danville, Virginia. Well, in more news, the Henry County Sheriff's Office is investigating a robbery that occurred late Wednesday afternoon at a credit union in the Collinsville section of the county, and it looks like the perpetrator may have had thoughts of committing another robbery but chickened out beforehand. The Valley Star Credit Union, located at 41 Wheeler Avenue in Collinsville, was robbed at 4:16 on Wednesday afternoon. The Henry County Sheriff's Office says a large-built white male entered the credit union, approached a teller, and then presented a note demanding money. According to Major Eric Wynn of the Henry County Sheriff's Office, he said the man placed his hand in his pocket on some type of object that appeared to be a firearm, but nothing was openly displayed during that robbery. Now, the robber then fled the credit union in a gold-colored SUV. Authorities believe that vehicle to be a Nissan Murano. According to the Sheriff's Office, through the course of their investigation, they learned that before the robbery that occurred on Wednesday afternoon at the Valley Star Credit Union, that the same individual was at the Fidelity Bank located on Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. The employees at Fidelity Bank noticed the man was behaving suspiciously, but according to the Sheriff's Office, nothing occurred at that location. The robbery suspect, there you see in surveillance pictures, described as a white male in his mid-30s to 40s with dark hair, approximately 6'2" to 6 feet 4 inches tall, and weighing around 225 to 250 pounds. He was wearing a dark hat, a dark blue hat with a star on it, sunglasses, and a gray t-shirt. Now take a good look at these pictures. If you happen to recognize this individual, you can contact the Henry County Sheriff's Office or the Henry County Crime Stoppers program. Through the Crime Stoppers program, you do not have to reveal your identity. You could be eligible for a reward if your tip pays off. But I'll give you the number to the Sheriff's Office first. That number is 276-638-8751. 276-638-8751, or you can contact the Henry County Crime Stoppers program. You don't have to reveal your identity at 276-63-CRIME or 276-632-7463. Once again, the actual robbery occurred at the Valley Star Credit Union at 41 Wheeler Avenue in Collinsville, but the same individual had been in Fidelity Bank in Collinsville not long before the robbery actually occurred. So if you saw anything at either location, maybe you recognize something about the individual, please contact authorities immediately. We will keep you updated on this story, including any arrests that may be imminent or that happen, so stay with us here on Star News. Lots of other information coming up for you. You'll want to stay with us. According to the North Carolina Board of Elections, they are now recognizing the Constitution Party. And so we'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit. We've got some news out of Danville, Virginia, a traffic alert for you. You may want to avoid that. That can be troublesome for people trying to get from one place to the next, and you're already in a hurry, so I'll give you the details. That way you can avoid it altogether. Business Appreciation Week underway in Southside, Virginia, and business owners and employees feeling the love from the Pittsylvania Danville Chamber of Commerce and economic development officials. That's coming up. And if you've ever wondered about all of the land that used to be, or that's located what used to be Carolina Circle Mall, as you know, there's a Walmart there and several stores. They call it Pyramid Village. Well, a developer, two actually, in Greensboro, would like to develop that into a mega complex, but it comes with a cost. And I'll tell you about that as well, what the Greensboro News and Record is reporting. And we've also got more. We're going to play for you the county manager, Lance Metzler's, his budget proposal coming up, what he's proposed to the Rockingham County Board of Commissioners. That's coming up for you too, in case you missed it on Monday or Tuesday of this week when we presented it the first time. We'll play it for you again just so you can see, because the county commissioners are now headed towards the end of the month when they have to have an approval of the budget before July the 1st, before the next fiscal budget. So a lot of things going on. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you making us part of your day. As I mentioned, 82 degrees at our studios in downtown Reidsville. Been a warm day, a little bit on the muggy side, but not really as bad as we had it several days last week when it was just really sticky hot. Now, let's find out what Matt Smith has to say about it. Here he is. He's bringing us the forecast from our center here in downtown Reidsville.
More clouds and the showers are on the way. That's what we have to report as we look at today's weather. Either Matt Smith and your Star Weather and our camera here, thanks to Charles Wells, looking over a patch of flags. Somebody likes to plant the flags out there, and it is pretty if you drive out there and see those flags flying, American flags that is, and we hope that you do enjoy the flags and pay respect to our country for those who died. That's what we celebrate with Memorial Day, which was just a little while ago, but still a good thing to remember no matter what you're doing. And a little scenic view right here over the dam there on the Dan River. So lots of things happening out there. Lots of beautiful flags flying, and good weather to see them, at least for today. Now, tomorrow may be a little different story. You can't tell much from the weather radar here. We're looking nationally across the country. We're seeing a little spotty shower here and there, some in Oklahoma, some in South Dakota, some up in Maine. But basically what we're seeing in our area is just some cumulus clouds. They are building in and may show us a little bit of cloud and shower activity as we go through the days in the next few. Florida getting a little bit of shower activity, especially a nice cell right there off the coast at just south of Cape Canaveral. So a little bit of shower activity going on here and there. And you may even see a brief spotty shower here in our area, although we don't see any major frontal systems in this. Skies are mainly partly cloudy over the area, and our 4-state shot of the Star Doppler radar not showing us anything out there that is threatening at the moment. Now, what we do see is a stationary front. It has meandered its way down to the south of us. What that means is that some of this air that is on the backside of that is beginning to filter in. Now, over the next day or so, that's going to turn rather humid. We'll see the clouds start to build back up, and the temperatures will go back up with it as well. Temperatures today very much in the lower 80s range. And lows at night have been in the upper 50s to low 60s. I tell you what, that has been some good sleeping weather at night. And it looks like the weather is going to change just a little bit as we head for the weekend. All the clouds you see down there, kind of random clouds around Florida, expected to get caught up in this next storm and may grow to some size and back over us, cause a little bit of shower activity. Well, what is the forecast saying? We've got it for you right here over the next few days. Friday and Saturday not looking too bad, but get into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's when the showers, the thunderstorms, and other nasties come around. Lows at night are going to be in the 60s. Highs during the day, mainly in the mid to upper 80s. Till we get to the weekend, till some of this moisture gets out of the system. So you can expect that in the next day or so. So keep an eye toward the sky. Matt Smith with Star Weather on Star News.